Update job dates automatically. Managing job timelines manually creates unnecessary overhead during your busiest seasons. The Update Job Dates automation eliminates this work by maintaining accurate intake dates and internal deadlines as jobs progress through your workflow, ensuring your team always has clear completion targets without manual calculations. Two critical date fields drive your internal workflow. The intake date establishes when you received the client documents, creating a clear timestamp for processing priority. The internal deadline sets your completion target before client-facing due dates, giving your team the buffer needed for quality review. For this example, we'll automate internal deadline tracking for a job with an April 15th due date. When this job enters the work-in-progress stage, the system will automatically set the internal deadline to April 10th, 5 days before the client deadline, creating a built-in buffer for final review. Setting up the automation starts at the pipeline stage, where date updates should occur. Select your work-in-progress stage and add the Update Job Dates automation. The configuration requires 4 selections. First, choose Internal Deadline as the date field to update. Second, select Other Reference Date as the calculation method, enabling sophisticated timeline calculations based on existing job dates. Third, specify the due date as your reference point for the calculation. Finally, enter -5 in the days field to set the internal deadline 5 days before the due date. Once configured and saved, the automation executes immediately when jobs enter the designated stage. Move your job to work in progress, and the system calculates the internal deadline automatically. Opening the job card reveals the updated field. The internal deadline now shows April 10th, exactly 5 days before the April 15th due date. Your team has clear internal targets without manual calculations, and this happens automatically for every job entering this stage.